Here is your latest African news. Africa-wide, Afcon highlights. Senegal roared into the quarterfinals yesterday after defeating Cape Verde 2-0 that saw them get a spot in the quarterfinals. The match was played on the backdrop of a somber atmosphere as the two teams observed a moment of silence ahead of kickoff in memory of the victims of the Olembe Stadium incident. The Atlas Lions of Morocco also secured a place in the quarterfinals as Morocco came from a goal down to defeat Malawi 2-1 in a match played at the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium in Yaoundé. Today's matches are Ivory Coast vs Egypt and Mali vs Equatorial Guinea. May the best team win. Mali. Mali demands Denmark immediately withdraw its special forces. Mali's transitional government has asked Denmark to withdraw immediately the 100 or so soldiers who recently arrived in the country to take part in the European Special Forces grouping Tabuka, initiated by France. The Malian government said in a statement read on national television and published on social network that the deployment occurred without its consent. Denmark announced last week the arrival in Mali of 90 men, mostly elite soldiers and military surgeons, who are supposed to participate in Tabuka to protect civilians against jihadists in the so-called tri-border area of Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and be based in Menaka, eastern Mali. Relations with France in particular, which has been militarily engaged in Mali and the Sahel since 2013, had deteriorated severely since ECOWAS imposed sanctions on Mali on January 9th, supported by France and various parties. The Mali government has clung to the sovereignty of the territory. It retaliated to the closure of borders by ECOWAS by closing its borders in return. It is subjecting the entry of aircraft into Mali's airspace to new approvals and procedures. It also said it had requested a review of its defense agreement with France. Ethiopia. Designated terrorist group TPLF announces push into neighboring Afar region. The TPLF in Ethiopia's Tigray region have launched military terrorist attacks in neighboring Afar region, breaking the peace once again. Tigray's army does not have a plan to remain in Afar for long, nor does it wish to see the conflict deteriorate further, the terrorist threat says. The move comes 1 month after the TPLF announced it was withdrawing from both the Afar and Amhara region into Tigray, where they launched attacks on Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's government in November 2020. Egypt. US approves major arms sale to Egypt worth billions. The Biden administration has approved a massive $2.5 billion arms sale to Egypt. The sales were announced just hours after congressional Democrats urged the administration not to release a much smaller package of military assistance that had been put on hold last year pending the Egyptian government meeting certain rights-related conditions. Egypt is a very close partner to the USA. The sales included 12 Super Hercules C-130 transport aircrafts and related equipment worth $2.5 billion and an air defense radar system worth an estimate of $355 million. Africa-wide. The Government of Rwanda unveils 3 former African heads of state as patrons for the upcoming inaugural Africa Protected Area Congress (APAC). The Government of Rwanda, through its Ministry of Environment, has unveiled 3 former African heads of states as patrons for the upcoming inaugural IUCN Africa Protected Area Congress (APAC). The 3 former heads of states include His Excellency Haile Mariam Desalegn, former Prime Minister of Ethiopia, His Excellency Issoufou Mahamadou, former President Niger, and His Excellency Festus Mogae, former President for Botswana. The APAC Congress, which is set to be the first ever continent-wide gathering of African leaders, citizens, and interest groups, aims to discuss the role of protected areas in conserving nature, safeguarding Africa's iconic wildlife, delivering vital life support ecosystem services, promoting sustainable development while conserving Africa's cultural heritage and traditions. Burkina Faso. ECOWAS blamed for current unrest in Burkina Faso. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has been partly blamed for the current unrest in Burkina Faso and other parts of the Sahel region in recent months. Executive Director of the Africa Center for Security and Counterterrorism, Emmanuel Cotin, says ECOWAS is becoming dysfunctional in the discharge of its duties. He added that ECOWAS needs to have a second look at its roles within these countries and engage more in dialogue and strengthen their governance and security institutions. Soldiers in Burkina Faso took control of the country after civilians civilian unrest due to insecurity, Burkina Faso now joins Chad, Mali, Guinea, and Sudan in recent coups in West and North Africa. Kenya. Kenya extends export ban to curb harvest of immature avocados. Growers and exporters dealing in the avocado export business face an indefinite ban on the export of Hass and Fute varieties. Kenya's Agriculture and Food Authority Director Benjamin Tito noted that the ban, which took effect on November 15, 2021, is aimed at curbing the harvest and export of immature avocados. The ban, however, exempts the export of jumbo avocado varieties and those having off-season crops. It will remain in effect in order to control the export of undersized crops in which have negatively impacted the image of the commodity in overseas markets. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share, and like this video. It's the best way of supporting us. Also, don't forget to catch Season 2 of Startup Africa every Thursday with Pamela Nga on our channel. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member or becoming a patron and donating. And remember, Africa is watching.